The most epic Illuvium roast ever. In this video today, we're going to talk about everything that's wrong with Illuvium, everything that needs to change, the devs, the community, the Discord, current state of the game, and maybe we'll make a separate video that's titled, What the Hell Happened to Leviathan? All right, guys, I'm Eris Seaworth. It is July 24th, and the reset just happened. A new patch came out today. And yesterday, I was currently ranked third best Leviathan player in the arena ranked Leviathan. So before we get into the roast, before I talk bad and tell you all the juicy stuff, let's make one thing clear. I'm a fan. I've been here since the beginning. I was here when the Illuvium token came out to the public for $40. I watched it run up to 1,000. I watched it run up to 2,000. I was here when they pushed the game back year after year. And then when the testnet came out and we could play real fucking Leviathan, you just go in, you could make any combination of any alluvials or whatever it was, and it was fucking awesome. And I think, oh man, once you start leveling alluvials up, this is going to get real interesting, especially as for money. I love Illuvium, and I want this game to succeed, and I think it can because of one really big thing. That thing is they have a very good concept, okay? Pokemon was a global phenomenon, and it still is, it's fucking massive. But they never monetized it kind of like fighting, I remember having the Game Boy Colors, and we had the link cables, and we would play each other, and me and all my brothers, whoever the winner or loser was, had to do dishes, or I'll play you for your Charizard card, or whatever it was, right? The whole play to earn NFT collecting concept, very good, but going out, leveling them up, and then fighting for fucking money is absolute fire. That's such a good scalable idea. In a world where everything's monetized, it's, play to win, Call of Duty, sports betting, people bet on everything, man. And people love to be competitive, okay? You look at golf. My brother-in-law just bought a $700 putter so he could play better and beat his friends and be the big dog out on the green. Everybody wants to win. Everybody wants to be competitive. And people are willing to pay to win. And that's concept of Illuvium. You hear the Kieran talking about $25 million tournament. Any poor kid could go out there and level alluvials up and have a better strategy, or have, whatever it is. You could buy a team, make a team, whatever. That is such a good concept, and Illuvium can grow because of that. It could scale into the future. But there's so many fucking problems. The list is long, all right? So we're going to try to organize this shit. But before I go into fucking annihilating the devs or whatever else, the community, you should know, why should you listen to me? Why am I right? I'm right because I have experience. Okay, I run multiple successful businesses. I have multiple social media accounts. I'm a social media manager generating millions of views. I make a passive income off all of the people under me because I helped them. They weren't making money, and then after I helped them, they're making money. They're generating. One of my TikTok accounts generates 60 million views a year. Motherfucker does that shit part-time. He has a job and then he just does it in the afternoons. Okay, that's just one. One of my Facebooks for events. I do massive sporting events. We have massive sponsorships and brand deals. I'm not going to name television networks, but, may or may not have, deals with them, et cetera, et cetera. I know what I'm talking about. Okay, and the more important thing, I'm a fucking fan. I'm not a coder, and I'm not a developer. I'm not a tech wig. I'm not, tech savvy, okay? I'm just a guy who likes the idea of that game. So when I get onto the game and I see that I'm super into it. I know about crypto. The first biggest problem, onboarding. Motherfucker, I just want to run the credit card and fucking roll, baby. I just want to play. You guys figure that shit out. Just let me fucking swipe that shit, and then you guys convert my money into ETH or ILV or whatever the fuck. I just want to spend my money, man. Put a fucking Visa thing and let me roll, dude. So scalability, like you have to create a wallet and do this and do that. It's like you got to be a fucking brainiac to get in. That's the first thing. So it was very intimidating to watch some of these YouTubers who are like super smart, like that Viper guy. He's talking about like when, I'm talking about the old Leviathan days before the game came out. He was talking about all the builds. I'm like, damn, this guy's so smart. Like maybe I don't want to play this game. Or I see these long drug out videos and I'm like, I don't understand half of this shit. Like, can someone just make like an Illuvium arena for dummies? 5 minutes. I got shit to do. I can't watch a 38-minute deep dive and I don't even know the fucking lingo. You guys are scaring everybody away. Bunch of brainiac smarty pants. Devs aren't social media influencers, and social media influencers can't make games out of thin air. Okay, guys? Over there at Illuvium, Kyrium, fucking get some fucking hot chicks to explain. A 10-year-old needs to be able to understand it. You need to be able to explain it to a kid, and then the kid could just be on-ramped, click, plug in, play. Come on, guys. I know you're working on the mobile app, but knowing you guys, it's going to be fucking some long mountain to climb. All right, so that's the first thing, onboarding people. Okay? So, like, let's just say that I happen to find out about Illuvium because your guys' marketing is dog shit. So let's just say I'm somebody, which this is how I did it. I follow crypto. I'm always looking for new things. I spend hours and hours on YouTube. So I happened to stumble across it. But my God, you guys really need to learn how to market, to drive traffic to the website, and then not lose people through the onboarding process. Like, let's just say you happen to get someone in there, they're going to be deterred away from all the tech lingo and the difficult on-ramping, okay? So you need to be able to pull people in and keep them there. And then I don't want to make a wallet and buy ETH and then convert it and then put it in and buy shit. I just want to fucking, oh, look at that cool game because I saw an advertisement on the internet. And I'm going to click on it and I'm going to swipe my card and I'm going to go play with the little guys. Come on, that's where we're at. That's what we need. People have TikTok brain, okay? They death scroll. You got 3 seconds to pull them in, and that's it. Okay, so that's the first part. Now, I've been in Illuvium for years, but now I go into the Discord because I want to know more. There's misinformation. The website contradicts itself. So I'm going to go into the Discord. I'm going to go hunting. I'm going to go find answers. I want answers, guys. I get in the Discord and I say, hey, on the Illuvium website, it says a Leviathan payouts coming soon. And then it has first, second, third, fourth, whatever. And then at the bottom, so that was the website still says April of 2025. Then at the bottom of the website, it says, these are the payouts for Leviathan. So up there it says coming soon, but down at the bottom it actually has a pay structure. Okay. So then I'm just it's just a basic question. I just go into the Discord for Arena and I ask, has anyone in the top 3 or top 10 or whatever, the top paying out, been paid in Leviathan? Because on the website, so has anyone been paid in Leviathan? ? And then I say the reason why I'm asking that. Because on the website, it says coming soon, but then there's no other announcements. But then at the bottom, it has the pay structure. So, are people getting paid? I don't know. It's just a question. Are people getting paid for Leviathan? Period. Or ? And then someone comes in and he says, nobody's having that issue. You're the first person to complain about that problem. How long have you been in the community or something like that? But he basically just didn't answer the question and said nobody else has that problem and you're the first person to be complaining about it. Okay, well, you didn't answer it, and I'm not complaining. I'm asking a question. I just want to know if people are being paid out, because on the website it says two different things. End of story. Person couldn't answer the question, guys. And I'm over here like going out of my way to find more information because there's no information. The information very limited. Now, going hyper. Love the podcast. Okay. I don't want to like knock on anyone, but I'm like in there asking a million times. It's for the community. We do it for the community. Community. Why don't you answer questions for the 50 dedicated diehard fans that are in your fucking live stream every week? I'm asking the same question 10 times and have to fucking wait 27 minutes just to answer where's the tournament? How do I play in the tournament? When, where, send me, can you put a fucking link? I'm asking the same thing over and over. Link, put a link. When's the tournament? How do you play in the tournament? Send a link. And then I just got off work. I'm sitting around and because I'm such a diehard fan, I'm just sitting there and I'm reading all of the questions. They're not even answering questions. They barely answer questions. If you want a question answered, you have to go on the website, submit a fucking form and blah, 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 blah. But it's for the community, right? The real humans taking time out of their life that are in your fucking live stream. You can't even answer those questions. Basic questions. People want more information because they like the game. And then he's like, oh, you didn't see the So finally, the link for the tournament, you didn't see the QR code, he says. What QR code? There's a QR code on your screen. I don't know what the fuck that is. Nobody knows what that is, bro. Right? And maybe you got to remember, people come in, they come out. You got to put that shit in the details or like put it on your Instagram where you advertise the live stream. Also advertise that there will be a QR and that QR means this. I'm not psychic. I don't know. People are in there asking a lot of questions. You guys don't answer questions very good, period. Probably because you're all a bunch of super smart brainiacs that are, you develop games and you're coders. Maybe you're not that social. You're not a news broadcaster. You're not a sports broadcaster. You're not a professional question answerer. You're not a politician. You're definitely not a social media influencer. Maybe Illuvium should take steps to just make it super, super simple. Like 5-minute videos, fucking boom, 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 boom. Questions. Updating a website. Okay? Now, a really big problem, like the biggest fucking problem, the best part of the game, the concept, Leviathan, I know, don't get me wrong, I know that the game is still new. What I love about Illuvium is that they had a really bad launch. There was a lot of problems. It was super fucking mid. But look, they're still the best crypto game because they have a real life project. They're still going at it. They're not giving up. I love that. They have a real life game that people actually play, and it's a good game. But with such a big team, there should be certain categories for you gotta manage people in a certain, delegate your minimal staff in certain ways, and remember, community, okay? I'm in the community and I feel like I've been shit on, right? And I see people in the chat literally complaining about the same thing that I'm complaining about. And then you don't even read those complaints. And it's like, we're the guys in the fucking live stream, dude. We're in the Discord. We're logging in every day, okay? You need to baby and take care of your loyal followers and answer basic questions. Like, if I can't get fundamental information about the game that I'm trying to play, I'm definitely not going to spend money. And if I do spend money, I want to be able to use what I spend my money on. So Leviathan, if I'm going to buy a $300 alluvial or a $150 alluvial or a $2,000 alluvial, I better the fuck be able to use it. Are you kidding me? I get into Leviathan. The last time I played Leviathan was like a year and 2 months ago. Like, we're talking about OG Leviathan. There was just, make any team and fight. I get into Leviathan and you have to fucking roll. You have to roll. You better hope you get your build if you're betting money. Are you kidding me? End of story. If I'm going to bet money, or if I'm going to spend money to bet money, I want to know for sure that I'm going to get my team. So you need to make 2 variants of the game or completely switch it to God tier Savage, which is beautiful. It's beautiful. Make it fucking Savage. Pay to play or play to win or whatever. That's okay. It's Savage. It's for money. You can level up. Like, one guy in the Discord said he played 30 hours leveling up his stupid penguin. I'm like, let's go, baby. Fucking do it. But if I'm going to spend money, I want to be able to, like, strategically spend my money on certain cards, certain builds, and then have, like, each one and decide right then and there which one I'm going to use. Am I going to use my $500 build, my $2,000 build, or, like, blah, 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 blah. Right? So that could be used for marketing, because it'd be like, hey, some guy that spent $10,000 hours is going to go against a guy who just bought a team for like 10 grand this week and never played the game. Like, who's going to tune into the live stream? You know what I mean? Like, or, hey, we got 2 veterans that they both have $20,000 teams or $1,000 teams or something like that, This guy spent $1,000 on a tank build. This guy spent $1,000 on a rogue build. Like, what's gonna happen? Stuff like that. But I was so ready for Leviathan, dude. And then I see, like, I bought a bunch of freaking penguins. I bought like $200 worth of penguins, because once I saw that I had to roll, I'm like, okay, well, maybe if I buy more cards, like real life, when I'm playing Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, or fucking Magic the Gathering, I buy a ton of the same cards because I want to pull that card out and use it. So I bought a $200 worth of the fucking penguin, and I didn't even roll a penguin. Why am I here? Why am I here, bro? What? Why would anyone spend money so you can, you just got to play the deck and hope it rolls? That's gay. I don't want to do that. I want to buy $1,000 fucking, Scoriox and rip that bitch straight out of the gate. And fucking, he's like the only one out there for 3 rounds or whatever. Total freedom. Spend the money and fight it out. Like, whatever happens, hell yeah, dude. Let's go for it. Other than that, I'm sure there's a million other things, but that's what I got for now. I'm going to keep playing. I hope this video finds you, devs. Like, guys got to do better. You guys are doing great on the game, but I mean, like, on the social front, I'm like in the Discord and I'm like, damn, I better not say anything. People get snippy in there. Like, how long have you been playing? Leviathan's for experienced players. La 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 la. Like, you got a new account? Yeah, I got a new account. So you're just gonna come in here and fucking roast me? I'm just asking questions. I need more information. On your guys' Instagram, what you need to do is, like, come out with, like, weekly reports and monthly reports, and, like, people can know, like, right now with the hyper going hyper, they go hyper like every fucking Thursday at 2:00. That's perfect. Now do that for your Instagram with, like, hey, just basic information every week, once a month. The other guy that they hired, who used to do like LOL or whatever, too long, too slow. Look at Call of Duty when there's like a new update to the guns, there's like 10 freaking YouTubers that come out with 30-second reels. What guns don't I use? What guns do I use? End of clip. Boom, boom, boom. Who got nerfed? Who got buffed? What changed? What do I need to know? Moving on with my life. Thank you for the information. Give me the facts, and that's it. Short, concise, to the point. Not like this long-ass video. Scoriox, I fucking love you, but just, I saw that you made a shorter video the other day. Thank God, bro. But keep trimming it down. Keep trimming it down. Get straight to the point. You're the fucking GOAT. Keep going. Just make it tight, short, concise, to the fucking point, filled with facts. And, you know, you're kind of like the leader when it comes to YouTube. Make sure, bro, like you get all the information for us, bro, because I tune in as often as I can because I want to stay up to date and know everything. You're doing a better job than the entire Illuvium Instagram. Please keep going. Just make it, you know, short and sweet and sexy, doggy. Keep going, Scory. Keep going, Scoriox. Anyways, subscribe to the channel if you give a shit. I'm here to stay with Illuvium. I'm going to keep spending money. I'm going to keep dropping those Leviathan bills. And maybe one of these days it gets super saucy. Catch me on ESPN to fucking Ocho, me and Scory getting it. I challenge you, Scoriox, to whenever the real version of Leviathan comes back, I'll challenge you for a couple $100. 1v1 me, dog. 1v1 me live, papi. But that Viper or Web3 guy, I'm not. Those guys are too good. But one day I will fuck up Web3, I promise. I got some of the top guys the other day in Gauntlet. By the way, I'm going to make a separate Gauntlet video. It's all fucking luck, and we'll get into that later. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe to the channel.